right. Well, just to start us off, I'm Jordan. I'm the executive director from Pandion Music Foundation, and Jared Alua is here today. Is going to be leading the session. We're really excited to have Jared start leading some of our workshops throughout the rest of the year and maybe beyond that. So yeah, very excited, Jared. If you want to kind of give a little background on Pandion like we usually do, and then introduce yourself as well, it'd be great.
Yeah, so Pandion Music Foundation, for those who don't know, it's a 501c3 music foundation. It's a nonprofit that provides community and skill building opportunities for music creators in Los Angeles and beyond to cultivate long lasting lives in music. So they do this through free online, in person workshops as well, wellness support, scholarship based mentorship programs, PMF, which is also called Pandion Music Foundation, fosters a community where creators from diverse backgrounds and identities have the support, the tools, and the resilience that they need to keep making music in an ever evolving industry, as we all know. So we do definitely thank you for your support and the community. And thank you so much, Pandion Music Foundation, for doing this.
Thanks, Jared.
My pleasure. All right. So we got everybody putting where they're from in the chat, some stuff about their music. Jordan, you want to say anything or do you want to just get
It
started?
looks like Anna got here as well, so Anna is going to be on the back end. If anyone has any questions or needs links to things, she'll be popping in with that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can just get into it.
All right. So we have Janet Buller here today. We're going to give a little bit of bio about her. Janet is a lyricist, a composer, and a topliner from outside of Houston, Texas. She is addicted to co-writing and birthing songs out of nothing. Her sense of humor and love for deep connections and enlightening conversation shine through her songs. Janet is a professional photographer as well, and also does live painting with background in advertising. Okay. And her love for ecstatic dancing anywhere, anytime, it doesn't even matter. She feels it, she's going to do it. She lightens the room and occasionally gets her in trouble. Good trouble, I think.
Good trouble. Yes.
so, so thank you, Janet, for being here. Do you want to say anything in particular before we get started with any questions?
I don't have any other questions. Well, I have questions for everybody that's coming up. Um, so first, I want to start off with a quick exercise, and you can either jot them down, or if you want to unmute people, they can yell them out. You can put them in the chat. Um, Ideas without overthinking it. What brings you the most joy? And Jared and Jordan, you can all answer too. So.
Okay. I'll do a verbally since I'm here. Supporting community. So, like, the reason I even really align with Pandion Music Foundation and their mission is because they're out here doing things every week on a Wednesday, supporting the community, and it's always free. And so that's the same type of thing I like to do, like provide opportunities because we have our IP. Of course, it's valuable, but if we can do it for free, money's going to come from somewhere. And so I think it's a real great thing, and it gives me joy to help the community and see the community and see the elevation as well. So kind of like you just dancing and busting out anywhere, anytime. It's like that's a joyous type of feeling, and I relate to that too. So that's something that gives me joy.
Yay, awesome. And Julianne says singing in a group. That's super fun. Pal Sheldon finishing a song. Yes. So
Mm.
feels so good. That is a lot of joy. Um, yeah, one of my hugest joys was having somebody in Austin actually. I sent him a song to listen to, and he was like, "This is great. This could be like a perfect substitution for for this song that's asked for all the time." He's like, "My wife came running in to ask what it was." I was like, "What?" So yes, we are. Oh, vacations in Vegas. Oh, heck yeah. Friends coming together to support each other. Yes, I love that. So I'm excited. Thank you for having me here. This is a very collaborative open-ended kind of conversation. So, um, I mean, I wouldn't mind if you unmuted everybody, if dogs and all.
Yeah, I was just
Uh,
gonna say I'll do that so that anyone can
you,
hop in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, feel free. And I was going to do a whole slideshow, and I thought it puts another layer between me and all of you. So I could share notes or whatever later. Ooh, I love hearing a song I created on TV. That's fun.
Yeah.
First of all, to tell you, my talk is not about politics. It's not about religion. It is setting the space to think about what it means to cultivate joy as an act of resistance. So the resistance could be to any part of you that you're not currently enjoying. It could be against political things or whatever. And I love this quote. Ursula Le Guin says, "We live in capitalism. Its power seems inescapable. So did the divine right of kings. Any human power can be resisted and changed by human beings. Resistance and change often begin in art, and very often in our art, the art of words." So I invite you to figure out what you want to change and be really conscious about it. I asked lots of friends what they thought it meant to be joyous. And one of my friends, it's like almost my age, she loves screaming like rap lyrics at the top of her lungs in her car. And I love that. And another friend said, "Rest is resistance. The damn
Mm.
productivity machine can't stop me." So it's what really works for you. Um, Spending time with people that are on your same wavelength, which is like all my songwriter friends. So thank you. That's a huge joy. Um, and we can create our own joy when people try to take it away, and that is resistance. Um, so you can have a list of things. I do want to talk about what's the difference between happiness and joy. Does anybody have an answer? What do you think the difference is? Oh, okay, I'm going to tell you the answer now that you've thought about it for 3 seconds. um, so, joy is a choice that we purposefully make. It's a practice, it's a behavior, it's very deliberate, very intentional. Happiness feels like it kind of depends on external factors. It's like somebody does something, they say a joke, we laugh, they give us a gift, we smile, we hear our favorite song, we dance and we smile. It's like something that happens to us, and joy can actually coexist with other emotions like sadness and fear, unlike happiness. So it's if we choose joy, it can transform difficult times into all kinds of blessings. So the reason I chose joy was that it's a choice. Ooh, oh, we got two Jareds. Ooh, we're lucky. I
It's
don't
me.
know
I
how.
just wanted I'm on my phone and I'm on my computer.
Yay.
But I also wanted to pose the question, are you where did the origin of your title come from as far as like being like the resistance and having that as joy? How did you come up with this whole cultivating the thing, the idea of it?
It sounded very interesting to me, so I thought, I'm going to figure that out. That's how I do things.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly.
No, I
Uh,
mean it was yeah.
I want to have more joy. And it's one of those things that, like when I started looking up that title, it a lot of political things came up, a lot of
Mm,
religious things came up. Um, and I was thinking about, like, the graphic of the gun with the little daisy in it from the 60s. It's like, this is how you fight violence. You, like, put a flower in it. Or this
yeah,
is it's like ways to transform things.
yeah,
So
yeah.
kind of however you want to say it. It's almost like alchemy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I came up with it.
No, it's great because everybody's feeling something somewhere, even if they're not like. So you're in Texas, right? I'm in LA. Jordan is in. Was you in London, UK, Jordan?
Australia. Yeah.
Australia.
Mhm.
And so, like, these are different places from all across the world, and everybody feels something, even if you're not there physically. So
Mhm.
I was really like, huh, where did this come from? Because this is great, and it's something that's relatable, even if we're not in the same room or the same city or the same state or even country, because Jordan's in Australia on a different time zone. So I thought that was really great, and I was like, huh, I gotta ask that question, like, where did that arise?
Mm.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Well, I turned to one of my favorite writers. He's actually a songwriter too, named Rob Bresney. He writes really crazy astrologies. And if you want some
Mm,
strange words to use in songs, go read his astrology every week. Julianne's
yeah.
laughing. um, One of his quotes is, denying yourself joy doesn't improve the world, it only depletes you. How much of a positive impact are you able to make when the world is on fire and you're burning down with it?
Mm,
So it's one of those things, like, we can't make ourselves suffer thinking it's going to save the world. Like, the remedy is to find what makes you the most joyful and how you can share that joy, and then go do that, and everything else will take care of itself.
mm.
And I love he also wrote, if you don't like the news, go out and make some of your own. I thought was
Yes, indeed.
particularly fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you find, I'm pretty sure you do, but I do want to just pose the question and ask, do you find joy or what type of joy do you find in doing your photography? And do you go out into like nature or do you go like to museums or do you people watch? Because I'm personally, I'm a people watcher. I love to go out and observe people.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
just sit around, watch people just walk or talk. How do they engage with people? If they're passing somebody and they smile, do they speak? So what is that for you when you have the camera in your hands?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing because I'm capturing those little moments. So, like, the magic of whatever's happening um, becomes something that will exist forever as long as the world is here. So, um, we do a lot of family portraiture. So people are very um, they get frustrated with their kids, and it's like we try to make it easy. We learned that the same dog toys that we use to get the dogs to pay attention are particularly helpful with humans and kids. It's our little secret. Ears go, and the people are like, what? Because it creates that sense of joy.
Yeah.
And I like creating, I like collecting very crazy Christmas hats. And, like, I have one that spirals up and just, like, goes boing, boing. Um, because it is, like, so joyful. It's like, what else could you possibly have that could be joyful?
Mm,
I have a friend, Laura Rose, who used to wear um, a pink tutu every time she came to a dance in Austin. And it just, you can't help but smile when you see somebody in a tutu, especially when they're not like 3 years old. That was her thing. Um,
yeah.
and it doesn't have to be something outrageous that you're wearing. It can just be stopping and saying, how are you? And really meaning it. and like wanting to engage with people.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
note,
So
Janet, I find a lot of joy when I see other people expressing themselves authentically. When I go to a gig or listen to music or like see an artist that's just doing their own thing and not really caring what other people think, that brings me a lot of joy.
yeah, that's the best. That's
We're gonna
good.
have Casey stand up real quick.
You're wearing one.
Prove it.
A tutu. Come on. Which color is it?
Wait.
Oh, you,
Oh,
you
I was muted. No, I can't stand up.
Oh, okay. We'll just imagine that and laugh.
Yeah. No, maybe don't.
Oh, so I have another question for you. What are some of the biggest challenges that you had in your life, and how did you find joy during those times? Kind of a deeper one.
Mm.
Anybody want to pop on?
Humor is always helpful for me. Friends kind of bringing humor into the situation or like seeking that out myself always helps.
Nice.
I think humor and songwriting, exercise. Sometimes just go sweating it out on the treadmill or something. But I think a lot of us got into songwriting because we wanted a way to express emotions. I mean, I started when I was like 16, and it was all that teenage angst, hating my parents, my girlfriend dumped me, jealous of somebody, it was all that. But the music, the songs just helped.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. So I actually went through breast cancer treatment in
Mm.
2014. And in order to deal with it, every time they like put the little wristband on me, I would pretend that I was an actor and I was going on set because I was playing a cancer patient. It's like, I don't know if that was really healthy or not, but it helped me get through it because of the pretending and the not like accepting it as something that was true for me, but saying I'm going through this and I'm going to get to the other side. And I remember one day the FedEx guy was sitting there scanning all the packages when I walked in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm ready for my scan because I don't want to go get the CAT scan. Could you just do it for me?" And everybody in the waiting room starts laughing. I was like, "What?" Like,
That's great.
um, but just anyway, I mean, this comes in very handy with songwriting, putting two very different ideas together, kind of flipping things around to figure out how to get into a different space. Um, so I like things like reframing it. Instead of thinking about things that you've lost, think about what you still have. Practicing gratitude, finding a deeper purpose, like helping people. I mean, I know that everybody's music here has helped many people along the way, even if if it hadn't been on the big show or been played for a lot of people. To me, success is having one person be changed by your music. So there's lots of ways to do all of that. Um, I want to talk about gratitude because that seems to be a super important part of being joyful. Um, so, what ways? I mean, you might write it in a journal. Are there different ways that you express gratitude?
say, like, I'm probably like many, we're terrible at expressing gratitude. We're very good at expressing sadness and pain, but terrible at expressing the other side. Um, like I'm trying to write more happy songs, but I know for some reason, it's so much easier to get negative emotions of sadness and anger and depression out, and the happy things are harder. So I think expressing gratitude is often harder. That's what humans are. Mhm.
I agree. Who else has trouble with the happy songs?
I do.
Everybody? Okay.
I do, on the other side of that, though, feel like writing, expressing sadness and any negative emotions through art can also be a cathartic thing and then help you feel the gratitude more and actually like make space for that. But I also feel the same way, Casey, many times. That kind of it goes one way or the other for me. Sometimes I think it kind of will get me more into a slump if I'm doing that, or sometimes it's needed. So it's kind of one or the other for me.
And what's interesting is in the sync world, there's more demand for upbeat songs than and I have a ton of negatives, sad, she broke up with me, I'm miserable songs.
Mhm.
And I struggle trying to get the happy ones out, which are more marketable.
Mm. I like to do the sad lyrics over happy tunes.
That's not
Yes.
bad though. That could really
Yeah,
work.
it's kind of harder. Like if you really need to get something out or and you're feeling a certain way, often that comes out in the whole song. But it's sometimes fun to try to mix it up by having like the negative lyrics that are over like the more upbeat kind of backing track. But it is kind of a challenge to do that.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
fun.
funny is I have a song or two where if you play just the instrumental track, it sounds upbeat.
Hmm.
And if you play it with the lyrics, it's very down.
Yeah.
And the instrumental track has been placed in very upbeat, happy, romantic situations.
Oh, wow.
And the
Interesting.
song itself is like, another blue day, I'm miserable because she left me and blah, blah, blah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many. We used to do a lot of wedding videos, and I would say half of the songs that people chose for their first dance were completely depressing topics, but the
Wow.
music was so beautiful, and like they obviously didn't listen to the whole thing. Like it ends
That
with
song, yeah, that was
separating.
used in a wedding video. Sorry, go ahead.
Said it
I don't
ends
know
with
how
them.
anybody at a wedding would dance to a song that didn't have upbeat lyrics. That would be weird. I haven't heard that, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think people don't. They go by more of their emotions
Yeah.
instead of listening to all the lyrics. So it's funny. All right, I have another little fun quote. This is from Douglas Carlton Abrams. When you are grateful, you are not fearful, and when you are not fearful, you are not violent. When you're grateful, you act out of a sense of enough and not out of a sense of scarcity, and you are willing to share. If you're grateful, you're enjoying the differences between people and being respectful to all people. The grateful world is a world of joyful people. Joyful people are grateful people are joyful people. A grateful world is a happy world. So the more you can, outwardly express that. And I have someone that I met who said, you should trace back your thank yous 7 degrees back. So we
Mm.
tried to do that with our clients, and it all led to music, which was really cool. So it's like, how did we get this client? Oh, we met them through this person. We met this client through this person. And we went all the way back, and we had a house concert in our backyard. And a real estate agent had said, do you mind if I invite 30 people? And we're like, oh, yes, please do. And that led to a lot of our clients and our friends.
Mm,
So be willing to put yourself out there. And
yeah.
it's really powerful to trace back and then go back to that same person and say, thank you. You led to all of this happening. Like, I appreciate you. And
Mm,
just describing it can be extremely powerful.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's awesome in that case. And then I want to also correlate that to what Anahi said about writing handwritten letters to her friends and telling them how much that she like appreciates them and being thankful for them. I think it's a lost art, but of course some of us still do it. But a lot of people probably haven't picked up a pen unless they're signing a receipt after they eat. And it's like people don't pick up and write anymore. And I always try to make sure every now and then I'll post my PO box. Hey, send me a letter. It doesn't happen to be anything crazy. Just be like, hey, what's up? I'm doing what you asked me to do. I'm sending you a letter, and just start like a pen pal type of thing. And it doesn't have to be so fast, but snail mail, as they call it, right? Next week,
Mhm.
next week. But oh, I got my letter. I think it's so great. So Anai, thanks for bringing that up in the chat.
I think email
Yeah.
killed that, right?
Yeah.
I always try to write my lyrics on paper still. Like I don't use my
Oh,
phone for
nice.
lyrics. I just like the tactile and it's just nice
Yeah.
to get to the habit of doing that.
I,
Yeah.
I, I, I
That's
start and I'm
they're
like
all
3 lines
scribbled out.
in and what's that?
So I do that, and then I have lots of scribbles. I'm like, thank you.
Same, yeah, I can't even
Cross
read mine
outs
at the
and,
end of it,
That Casey.
but I get 3 or 4 lines in and I'm like, now I got to put it in electronic form so I could do all this stuff. And I'll go in, I'll have 17 versions and 17 Word documents or in Master Writer or something. I'm fussing out and changing. But it does remind me because when I started, all I had was a pen and a paper and a guitar, and I wrote the chords and words down. That was how you put down a song. Um, and I can't do that anymore.
Mm.
Oh,
I could, but it's just not, I find it, it's too easy to go to the computer or too tempting.
oh yeah. Um, that is true. So I want to bring up another super fun thing to do to kind of get you into a different way of thinking that hopefully will be joyful. Do something very poorly. Write a bad song. Write with your non-dominant hand instead of your whatever. If you're right-handed, write with your left hand. I had friends in Austin that did a bad art party. They were like, no good art is allowed at all. So like come to the party. They had recycled items, like just they dumped their recycling out in the living room and craft things, and they're like, we're gonna make bad art. It was so much fun because it got you out of your systematic ways of thinking. Everybody go dig in the recycling right now. If you're not recycling, please recycle. um, it was super fun. So are there any crazy things that you've done or you have seen that create a lot of joy? What's the craziest thing besides Casey's tutu? One of my favorite things to do in an elevator, this is especially fun at conferences. As soon, like you're in the elevator, and as soon as the elevator doors open, ooh, bubbles, yes, yay. um, the elevator door opens, and whoever walks in, everybody just like applauds. Like, yes, oh, you're awesome. And they're like, well, what? Very fun. I highly suggest you to do that. Another thing with applause, you can change your alarm to like applause. So instead of waking up to something beeping at you that's mad, you can wake up and you can have applause and feel like you've actually accomplished something. You got out of bed. So I encourage people to do things like that that can share joy. And I think it really does, it creates very much of a ripple effect Um, and one of the things I just ran across, I'm a big Jacob Collier fan, and he has a video. I was trying to figure out how to play, but it's only on Threads, so I don't know that it will play. But it is called, it's a video about his personal theory that people were born to wiggle. And he says he is profoundly wiggly. And we come together. One of the reasons we need music so much right now is that it's one of the safest spaces for people to wiggle in mass. When we have a reason to come together this way, we soften each other's edges. Softness is our biggest defense against hard lines. If a branch is brittle, it will snap. If it's supple, it will bend along with the weather and the wind and the universe. So when we make music, we actually become more supple because we bend together. So don't be afraid to wiggle. Softness is strength.
That's great. Who was that again?
Jacob Collier. It's very fun. I don't know if I posted if it will actually go through or not. Let's see.
While you find your next one, I did want to ask, what is your writing process? So I know you were talking about like, oh,
Yeah.
I might write a positive song, and then it actually turns and veers to this other thing. Like, are you actually, I know Casey mentioned it, but like actually writing the songs down? Are you playing the instrumental? Are you just rolling through the thoughts and then you add it to the instrumental? Because everybody's process is different. So what's your process?
I do it every which way you can think of. Normally it's just, it starts with a gem of an idea and I'm out walking or I'm driving and I pick up my phone and go, okay, I just sing the little snippet in and then my brain keeps going and then I sing a few more things in and then it's like, okay, this wants to be a song, fine. And I figure out chords and if I don't have the full idea, I come up with melodies and then I sing gibberish, which is super fun. I'm very into gibberish. And actually one of my songs has, the song really has like complete gibberish for about half of the song. And I presented it at Durango and like all the music supervisors were like, and what language is this? Is this African or Japanese? And I'm like, gibberish.
Yep.
So I was super excited when that actually got like picked up and repped by a cool agency.
Oh, nice.
So sometimes you just got to go with the crazy words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the process,
Gibberish. Yeah.
sometimes I just start from, somebody can send me music and I write on top of that. It's every way you can imagine.
hmm
And
And
I
how
do
often do you
like,
go?
pardon?
No, I was getting ready to say, how often do you go back to your voice records? Because I'm sure everybody in here probably uses voice records. And I do want to know, like, do you go back to your voice record and say, oh, let me turn this into a song, this idea that I had? Do you actually go back and
I
implement
do.
it into?
Well, I start, I'll think of something and I'll go, is that already a song? And then I sing it for like 3 friends and they're like, I've never heard that before. And then I go searching in all my voice, all my recordings. And I try to be good about labeling them, but I'm not so good about labeling them.
Yeah.
It's
What do
really
you mean,
fun
like
to just randomly find one and be like, what was this?
new
I don't
recording 60? I have new recording 67, new recording 68.
I think I have like 200 memos, just
I know. No,
melody
sometimes
song.
I grab them all in a bunch and I email them and I put them in a folder on my computer so I can go back and just go through them.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get
So
mine off my phone. My memo app is like glitching now because I have so many on there.
Same.
I have 1,200 right now. Like,
Oh,
it's a lot,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's super fun.
I'm trying to
I
do
like it.
better. Like you said, Janet, like at labeling them so I can know, okay, is this an idea? Is this a melody? Is this a hook? So I'll try to like at least do it that way so I can know like, okay, I need a hook real quick. And if I type in hook, something will pop up where it's a hook. So it's my own metadata usage of how I use my metadata for my voice record.
You get applause for that. Yay. You need to do a workshop on that.
No, you need to do a workshop on how you actually complete the songs that you do in your voice records because
Yeah,
that's right here. That's yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah. And then I write a lot of different styles. So like I did a rap song and like sent it to my buddy to try to do the lyrics on it. And he's like, this is really cool, but it's you need to like make some of the instruments sound a little more modern. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not worried about that. Like somebody else will do that. I will
Yeah,
send it out. I'll get someone else to make it sound good.
yeah.
But it's getting that initial idea. All right. So I want to introduce you to the term savoring. When I hear the word savoring, I think mostly of chocolate cake. Like the
Mm,
last bite, that like, oh, this is so good. I don't want anything else to spoil this taste. Um, so some psychologists coined that word savoring, and it's the act of fully feeling something good while it's happening. Not like later, not like writing down in your gratitude journal, but like right at that moment. So there is an actual science to letting joy register before your brain like just goes off to the next thing. And the people that do this are not just happier, they're more resilient. They're less emotionally fried. They're better at navigating stress and relationships and everything that life throws at you. So you just need to be able to pause when those few moments happen that life doesn't suck for like this little amount of time. Somebody gives you a compliment instead of just going, oh, like take it in. And y'all are all so beautiful, by the way. So take that in. Y'all have great energy. Replay that compliment. Walk slow on purpose. Notice all the little things. It's like there's something so true about that. When a lyric hits that you love, just like stay there instead of skipping ahead. Like just relish in it, like really savor it. Don't try to analyze it, don't try to capture it. Just let it last like 5 seconds longer than you normally would. Let it slow you down. Let it do nothing else for your goals except to like really remind you you're alive and this is important. This counts.
yeah, yeah.
So take those
And
small moments, whether it's like the bite of chocolate cake, which totally craving. Anybody have cake? I I do have some fudge at the other place, which I would love to share with you if anybody was in the same town.
Yeah.
So
the biggest enemy of savoring is the camera on people's phones. Because
uh,
when- and not that I'm any better. People are walking somewhere and there's beautiful scenery or whatever. Instead of just taking it in, what's the first thing they're going to do, right? Take the pictures, take the, selfies, pictures, and instead of just savoring.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the phones are such a blessing and a curse at the same time. I'm very grateful for my phone. I love my phone, but many times I'm like, just put it down, don't think about it. It's all good.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a lovely quote by W.B. Yeats. The world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
there's I went to a healer in Denver, and the session was so good that I was like, I felt like I was on drugs, but I was not.
Mm.
And I mean, even to the extent, like, I walked out of her house and like bunnies were hopping through the road. I felt like I was in a Disney movie.
Mm.
Everything was just changed. And I'm
Mm.
surprised nobody called the police because I was taking lots of pictures of flowers. Like they were nothing I'd ever seen before.
Yeah.
So like that sense of wonder, especially when your body feels good too, um,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. Brings a lot of joy. So here's another fun question for you. I do like questions. What is one small thing you romanticize about other people's lives, but you forget to see it in your own?
Mm. That's a tough, hard hitting one right there.
Or maybe you
All
don't.
right, this one, it's weird one, but it might make sense to somebody. Um, so you know how people do things or they drive very slow in the fast lane and they look like they have no care in the world if it's 10 cars that they're slowing up behind them, and they're just like, it's like, how do I feel like I don't care what's going on around me? I'm going to do the speed limit. I'm going to enjoy myself. Like, how do y'all do that? Because I'm like, yo, get out the way. People behind me, I gotta move. So that considerate gene that I have is like kind of crazy. But how some people are just like, huh, I'll get there when I get there. Like move graciously through. It's just like, how?
I don't know how they do that, but that is really
Yeah,
crazy when that happens.
yeah.
Of course, in
We do
Houston, the
it's
traffic, pardon?
no. Also, we do have 5 minutes left. So I do want anybody who hasn't posed a question or said anything to do that before we wrap up with any last announcements before we close.
We've got a little more time, Jared. We've got like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Announcements. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um, so I also wanted to bring up seeing yourself. It's funny how it kind of relates. It helps to see yourself as part of a greater whole. And this is from Desmond Tutu. The path of joy is connection, and the path of sorrow is separation. When we see others as separate, they become a threat. When we see others as part of us, all connected, as interdependent, then there's no challenge we cannot face together. So maybe when you see those people who have no clue what's going on around them, you can go, oh, that's an aspect of myself. Ha ha ha. Now get out of the way. um, yeah, that's crazy. Uh, and some more fun Rob Bresney, because I love how he uses words. If you haven't followed him, even if you don't believe in horoscopes at all, he is super entertaining. It's This is from Rob. It's about time you admitted that you are a marvelous work of art. You came into this world as a radiant bundle of exuberant riddles. You slipped into this dimension as a shimmering burst of spiral hallelujahs. You blasted into this realm as a lush explosion of ecstatic gratitude. And it is your birthright to fulfill those promises. And you should proceed on the hypothesis that cultivating joy can make you a more ethical and compassionate person. You might still be driving in the wrong lane, but at least you won't really care. And I like this idea. Imagine that feeling good has something important to teach you every day. So it is your job to feel good and to be able to share that with others. It's a fun thing.
What do people, what's everyone's go-to technique to feel good if they're feeling bad? Because I know a lot of people, like myself, I'm waking up a lot these days, just feeling very negative about the world and about what's happening. So does anyone have techniques that they use? I'd love to share some of those.
Anything creative is like the opposite of depression is creation. So you can create art, you can create a song, you can create baked items, you can whatever.
Love that. I love, Julianne, your specific singing and playing in my living room. I feel like I have certain places in my house too where it just feels better to to create things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had something to
Hey.
say about that.
Yeah.
I had something to say about that. You were mentioning about a bunch of things that I was thinking about. One of them was driving home from Adelaide to Adelaide one year in a car with my wife. We were just married. I was playing ukulele with guitar and she was singing. And I looked up and suddenly we got to the two lanes and people started passing us. And they kept passing us for like 20 minutes solid because for the last half hour she had been driving it, you know, below the speed limit. And I hadn't even noticed. And so all these people were just looking at us in the car, and I'm just sitting there playing guitar, and they're just driving straight past for half an hour. It was
That's great.
amazing. But
I have a similar story like that. I was on tour and we had two cars and I had just one friend of mine in the car with me and then we had some other people in the other car and my friend and I were just having a blast listening to music and then we get a call from the other car and they're like, "Are you here yet?" We were like, "Oh my God, we're like an hour away." We were like so far behind. It's great. I love
so I
that.
think that just a matter of enjoying your moment where you are is always a good thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks, Jeanette.
Oh, thank you. I
Thank
appreciate you being here. Yay. Any other crazy takeaways?
They might not be crazy, but going out for walks in different communities that I'm not probably from, just to see like I love like red doors or something like that, how people have different designs on their house. So, or like the cobblestone in their driveway, or the way that they did the landscape, so different things. And I'm just like, oh, this is great. Um, and so I just love to see that. And then maybe like volunteering somewhere where I can get my hands like actually active. So I can like take my mind off of it and be like, yo, this is really great. Or I'm really learning something or helping somebody learn something. So doing a lot of mentorship helps you see that you can still learn and grow and how you're supporting somebody else, which can uplift you as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when one of the few times that I like lost my job and I realized I hadn't really discovered that much in the city. I didn't have time to. And it's like we didn't carry phones around back then. And so I would just drive until I got lost, and I would meet new people and go into stores I had never been into. Consequently, a little bit of it was shopping, but
Retail therapy sometimes, you know.
yes, but the just the act of getting myself lost physically was like so much fun, maybe slightly dangerous at times, but it's a high. Uh, and I came across people that just like it was so joyous to discover new people and discover new things. And I would do that when I traveled in Europe alone. I would just I'd grab a map, stick it in the backpack, and then I would just like jump on a bus and go get lost somewhere.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's so fun.
it's fun.
I think we need to
So,
do more stuff like that now, even though we do have phones, just putting them aside and getting lost. That's like getting lost in the moment as well, like what Pal was saying. Yeah.
turn your phone off, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I assume that everybody here is just as addicted to their phone as I am. It's a thing.
Phone and laptop, major addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to get sucked in.
Yes. So figure out how you can get addicted to smiling and saying hi to other people and going out of your way to help other people. Everybody always said, New York, oh, they're like no one's helping each other, no one's paying attention. And it's like I found the complete opposite. And you'd walk down the street and people do seem to be very focused ahead of them, but the peripheral vision is there. And like if I had dropped something, like three people stopped to go to help you pick it up. And like people are taking care of each other, even though it doesn't outwardly seem like that, they really are. It's like I really do think that we're all connected, and whatever ways we can help people out are truly a gift. Oh, are we planning a trip to see Jordan? Let's all just travel around.
Yeah, I'm in Melbourne. Are you in Adelaide, Pal?
I'm in Nashville.
Oh, you're in Nashville. Okay, you're from Australia originally.
I've been
Ah,
here for probably since
nice.
2012.
Oh,
How's
okay.
Melbourne anyway? Is it what you got an American accent, right?
Yeah, I'm from Seattle, so we swapped. Yeah, that's great.
You
I
got
don't.
better
Great.
coffee down there.
What was that?
You've got better coffee down there.
Oh, yeah, the coffee is so good in Melbourne. I'm spoiled coming from
Are you
Seattle too.
are you permanently staying there?
Um,
Is that permanent for you?
as far as I can see for now. I mean, I don't know about permanent, but I don't have any plans to move back yet, so permanent in
Don't
that
come
way.
back. It's not good at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I feel very grateful to be here right now. I think finding community wherever you are is so important right now. So that's what we're trying to help with Pandion
It's a
as
great
well.
music town. Are you making inroads into Melbourne?
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, if anybody does, I recommend if you have the funds to come here for a little tour if you can. And make because yeah, you could play so many venues here.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Okay. Awesome.
yeah,
Well,
we're
we're
Another couple
yeah.
things we didn't mention, which is being out in nature, well, except
Mm.
for and pets. I think that the most wonderful thing about pets is that they just naturally exude joy. Like, they don't wake up and go, it's a crappy day. Like they're just happy. That's so wonderful. And the same with like little kids. It's like you know, a 2-year-old doesn't wake up and go, another freaking day. Like they wake up and they bounce out of bed and they're like, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
It's a shame
So
we lose that, though. I mean, not everybody does, but most of us lose that with Ray. I wish you could. I used to always say, like, it would be great to be a child again and just everything is a playground, you know, like no matter where you go, it's just a playground.
Yeah.
but you can choose to be a child.
Well,
Yeah.
my
And
wife
one,
says I
Child
am, but not,
mentality.
yeah,
but
when my daughter was like, she was maybe 5, and we were in the grocery store, and she's like, "Can I have this? Can I have that?" And I'm like, "Do you want to switch? Because I'm getting tired of being the parent." She's like, "Yes, I do." So I grab, I'm like walking alongside her, and I'm like, "Mom, mom, 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 can I have this? Can I buy this?" And she's like, "No, stop it." And everybody around us in the store is like, what is going on?
Yes, you. Anahi, thank you for dropping that in the chat. So we just wanted to say thank you to Janet for coming on and doing the workshop with us about cultivating joy as an act of resistance. That's something that we all need to keep in mind and handy. Thank you for that, giving us a different insight. And we have a next week coming up with supervisors meet and greet, Asia Dillian. She's going to be coming in. And for any artists here or producers that you want to spotlight your community stuff with Pandion, if you got any type of success, any triumphs, any wins directly related to Pandion, feel free to drop that in. And I just want to drop that in the chat, just so we can make sure that the people who are helping support the program sees that work is being done. And so we need that data to show them, hey, okay, we see the work. Let's give you $2 billion more so we can keep going.
Please, yeah. Send it our way.
Yeah, and doing it all for the community. So, and it allows them to still keep it free as well. So, with great people coming in. So, like we said, on the 23rd of July, we have Asia coming in. So stay connected with us on socials, Facebook. There's also a private Facebook group. Also follow on Instagram, LinkedIn as well for all the professionals, and the website so you can have access to everything. And then also feel free to follow up with Janet if you want to say a thank you virtually, or if she wants to say, hey, write my PO box and write me a letter, however she wants to do it. And thank you for coming in. Thank you for all for joining us today. And just to keep in mind, next week will be EST. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you know, I'm on the East Coast, I'm on the East Coast. So PST 3 p.m. next week, just to make that a thing. And then encourage your friends to come in as well, and bring them in and join the workshops as well, and to expand the community. For any questions, definitely hit up Anahi. So again, thank you, Pandion Music Foundation, Jordan, Anahi, and Rebecca, who's not here right now.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Got through all those, the little spiels at the end. It was amazing. Perfect.
great
Yeah, and
job.
there is also the there'll be another survey that pops up automatically after this that's more of like a just kind of data collection survey, not as fun as the community surveys one, but yeah, both of those, if you have anything to share with us, we greatly appreciate it. So that really helps us a lot. Thank you guys for all being here, and hopefully you'll all join us next week on Wednesday for a music supervisor meet and greet. Thank you, Janet, so much. So needed today. Like, yeah, like we're all saying, so amazing.
I appreciate it. It was
Thank you.
fun.
Well
Great.
done.
And I love
Appreciate it.
co-writing. Whoever wants to co-write.
Yeah, reach
We'll
out.
be in touch.
Awesome.
Yay. Already talking to Casey.
Nice. All right. Hopefully see y'all soon, and have a great rest of your day wherever you are.